Hello, everyone. It's Gloria with Glory Be Resale, and I am here to do a What Sold haul from September 2nd to September 15th. And this will be on eBay, Poshmark, and Etsy. And the first thing to sell on eBay was this handmade wood sign. It's all fun and games till someone loses a wiener. And this sold for $29. And the cost to me on it was $2. I think this was one of two, maybe three. I think I have one. And the next item to sell was this vintage 90s positive attitude red plaid pleated shift dress. And this one sold for $28. The cost to me on it was $3.25. The next item to sell was this vintage 1950s, 60s beat up helmet, uh, hard shell motorcycle helmet, and this sold for $20. The cost to me on it was $5. Not a great turnaround for something this size, but I did buy two helmets that day, and the other one I paid $2 and sold for 79. So, it ended up being good that I bought them both. And the next item to sell was this Aviator Nation smiley face sweatpants. These sold for $72.50, and the cost to me on it was $5. Next item to sell was this Aviator Nation smiley face sweatshirt to go with those pants, and this sold for $72.50. Cost to me $5. Next item to sell was one of these Ireland stickers. I'm not sure which one it was, to tell you honestly. Maybe an Antrim. But this sold for $9.89. These are the only thing I sell with free shipping. And the shipping costs about, I don't know, I'm going to say about $3.50. So I don't make much on them, maybe $5, but the cost to me on them was 0. I I made my money back. I didn't buy I bought a whole pile of these at a yard sale, and I made my money back a long time ago. So, but here and there I'll sell them. They came from some I went to a yard sale where the man had owned an Irish shop in Boston, and so I bought a lot of stuff from him at that time. These are just stragglers. Next item to sell was this ex officio men's insect field pants. These I would not buy again. Um, these sold for 21.25, and the cost to me on them was $6.49. I really just don't like to sell pants. I think they're kind of a pain to show, kind of a pain to measure, and I feel like I very rarely do I make that much money off of them. So, but I picked them up at the beginning of the summer. Next item to sell, another thing that I would not do again. I bought some stuff off of the local drugstore that was closing, and I bought the Gillette Pro Glide Shield razors, and these still were too expensive to be making money off of. Let's see, Gillette razors, I paid $9.58 for the two of them, and they sold for $24.99. So, I mean, I still made some money, but just not enough that I want to be bothered. And I don't find everything selling fast either. It's selling slow, so won't do it again. Next item is this with this Talbot's quilted black leather belt, and this sold for $26, and the cost to me on it was $2. Next item to sell was this J.C. Penney collectibles Captain loungewear, and this sold for $19. The cost to me on it was $3.99. Next item to sell was this Cremex lambskin leather zip front jacket, and this sold for $65. The cost to me on it was $5. Last item to sell over on eBay was this vintage Stuart Allen cropped black jacket with red trim, and this sold for $21, and the cost to me on it was $1. If you wouldn't mind, I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe to the video. Just makes it worth my while to have some people liking and following. And with that, we'll go on over to Poshmark. Next item to sell was this vintage three-drawer box that was hand painted, floral design. This was like a pressed wood box. This sold for $24, and the cost to me on it was $2.99. Next item to sell was this Maggie McNaughton red tartan plaid jacket and skirt, size 20W, and this sold for $45. Cost to me on it was $5. Next item to sell was this Rachel Zoe blue 100% cashmere sweater. This sold for $29. I'm sorry, this $24. And the cost to me on it was $6.49. Next item to sell was this vintage leather saddle bag that was actually shaped like a saddle. And this was something I wished I never bought. I bought this a while ago and I paid up for it. I paid $25 for it. And it just sat and sat. I think I lowered the price. I just wanted it gone, get my money back out of it. I sold it for $45. And again, the cost to me was 25. Next item to sell, these were just something I had grabbed in a lot a while ago, and they've been sitting around, and I said, because they were a weird length, they were kind of a cropped length, and I finally just decided to throw them up cheaply. I still took an offer of $10. Somebody offered me 10. I wanted them gone. I said yes. Uh, the next item was this Abercrombie& and Fitch muscle sweatshirt. This one, I think I just wanted to make a sale that day because I think this is a little low for the sweatshirt, but um, I took it. So $18 cost to me on it was $6.49. Not a great sale, but I got my money back. I'm just not, I haven't been thrilled with clothing. I haven't been thrilled with Poshmark. This Poshmark got really good for me last year. And then when they wanted you to start paying to have your stuff shown on top of the 20% they charge you, I have not done that. And it's affected my sales, but I think I'd just rather stop selling on Poshmark soon enough than to have to deal with clothes and to be paying them such high amounts of money. Next, over to Etsy. I feel like I did this one already. I know I did this already. I think I started here by accident. So you all saw the it's fun and games till someone loses a wiener sign. $29 cost to me with two. Next item to sell is this vintage on Etsy. Vintage 1960s Indiana glass set of seven green diamond cut design goblets. And these sold for $89, and the cost to me on them was $5. Next item to sell was this vintage farmhouse blue wooden three-peg shelf. This sold for $39. Cost to me on it was $2. Next item to sell was this uh, Maida Tiffany J. Alaric lighthouse, light up lighthouse. And this sold for the full asking price of $65. And the cost to me on it was $3. Next item to sell was this Otagari jewelry box. And this sold for $37, and the cost to me on it was $9. This was something I had bought down at the antique mall, which is a great place to go. You go to the antique malls, you can find some good pickups there to resell online. Sometimes better than what you can find in Goodwill anymore, cheaper. Next thing to sell was this Willie Ray Studio holiday chair mouse bell. This sold for $45, and the cost to me on it was $3.99. Next item to sell was this pair of vintage colonial style wood sconces, which you could put in a taper candle or put in these glass inserts to hold I don't know what you call the other kind of candles, the little fatter ones. But anyway, so that sold for $39, cost me with $2. And the last item to sell was this set of three seagulls, resin seagulls. These sold for $40.50, and the cost to me on these was $2. And that is everything that sold from September 2nd to the 15th. Again, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I hope your sales are doing great if you sell online. If not, I hope you enjoy seeing what is selling out there and for how much and how much I get it for. That's it for now, and we will see you again soon with the next one.